mobile game launches in recent years, but this one thing could make or break the game in terms of its success. What's up everyone, my name is Jab, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Like many of you, I'm very excited for Warzone Mobile. I've been making videos speculating about this game coming to Android and iOS for the past 2 years or so, and now it's finally here. In the last few weeks, Warzone Mobile, aka Project Aurora, has been in closed alpha testing. Now we can't share any of the in-game screenshots or gameplay here because they are protected by a non-disclosure agreement, and I'm not trying to bring any trouble to the channel, but we can still talk about the game and speculate about it. Now, as the title suggests, I think there is one major thing that could really make or break Warzone Mobile. We've seen this happen time and time again with mobile games, even as recently as with Apex Legends Mobile, and that one thing is optimization. Optimization is one of the most important roles in determining whether or not a particular game will succeed in the mobile market. If you look at some of the most popular mobile games on the platform, most of those are ones that are capable of running on low-end devices. It's pretty simple. The more low-end devices a particular game supports, the more potential players that game may have. Games like Free Fire and PUBG, Mobile Legends, and more are all popular because they can run on pretty much any device. With the recent release of Apex Legends Mobile, we saw just how negatively a game's optimization could affect its player base, even if it has a major brand and name behind it. In the early days of Apex's global launch, many players complained of lack of servers, high in-game ping, optimization issues, low FPS, high battery drain, and so much more. Fortunately enough, these issues have started to get addressed in updates, but it's no doubt that the initial impression of Apex Mobile was affected by these issues being present during its launch. Another great example of this is PUBG New State. The game's launch basically had many of the same issues, but even worse than Apex Mobile, and it really ruined the game's initial impression to the mobile community. Even now, over 6 months after its release, the game is still trying to recover from the initial launch despite being in a much better place now versus how it was on day one. These were two of the most hyped up battle royale releases on mobile in recent years, and both games suffered due to their optimization issues at launch. This just shows how important proper optimization is when it comes to a game's initial success. These games can and have already started to bounce back, but imagine where they'd be if they didn't have those issues from the start. And that brings us to Warzone Mobile. Right now, it's already one of the most demanding games in the mobile FPS genre. Right now, during the closed alpha, the game requires at minimum an iPhone 12 Pro or a Samsung Galaxy S20. Keep in mind, it's in early alpha, so these system requirements will change, but still, damn, those are some of the most beefy requirements, and even with proper optimization, I imagine at minimum you're gonna need an iPhone 7 or 8 and an Android with at least 4 GB of RAM. The mobile community is already starting to make jokes about how you'll need an insane device to run Warzone Mobile in the first place, and it feels like there is some truth to that. Most of the mobile gaming community around the world uses low to mid-range devices. If Warzone Mobile releases and at minimum requires a mid-range device in order to even play the game, well then that's going to cut off a massive portion of the game's player base. This could potentially have a drastic effect on the game's success. If people can't play the game, they obviously won't spend money on it. They won't watch content about it, at least not for too long, and they'll either stick with the older game that they can still play like Call of Duty Mobile, or they'll go to the competition. Whether people like it or not, low-end device support is a very important thing for mobile games, and right now I'm kind of worried that Warzone Mobile is not going to support them. It's kind of a weird thing. On one hand, we should push what's possible on mobile and try to achieve the same graphics and gameplay and experiences that you can get on PC and consoles, but on the other hand, is it really worth doing if you need to spend at least hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a device in order to even play? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you worried your device won't be supported by Warzone Mobile? And if you can't run the game, what do you plan on doing? I'm very interested in hearing your side to this, but with all of that being said, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, and if you didn't, leave a dislike, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.